Check 1, 2, testing 1, 2. Welcome to today's meeting, testing 1, 2. Testing.
Hello, everybody. Welcome to the 2020 training ceremony. Good. Okay. Hello. Welcome to the 2026 pinning ceremony. My name is Selena, and I am the Secretary of ANS. It is such an honor to stand here today surrounded by the people who helped make this moment possible. I want to thank you all for being here today to celebrate and support your family and friends as they reach this incredible milestone in their nursing journey. Today represents so much more than just finishing nursing school. Over the last few years, nursing school became our entire lives in ways that I don't think anyone outside of it can fully understand. There were early morning clinicals when we barely felt awake, studying until our eyes hurt, panic before exams, rushing to finish our sim charts, trying to convince ourselves that we absolutely did know the material 5 minutes before a checkoff. And there were moments we felt confident, and a lot of moments when we really didn't. But somewhere along the way, without even realizing it, we changed. The people sitting here today are not the same people who walked into first semester nervous to take a blood pressure or introduce themselves to a patient. Now we've learned how to think on our feet, speak up when it matters, trust our instincts, and be there for strangers during some of the most vulnerable moments of their lives. And honestly, I think one of the best parts of this all was the people beside us. Somewhere between the stress, the chaos, the caffeine, and the mental breakdowns over our exam scores, we found friendships that made the impossible days manageable. We became each other's support systems, the people who stayed after class to explain something one more time, send encouraging text messages before exams, shared all of our notes, and made each other laugh during clinical, and reminded one another that we were capable on the days that we forgot. And while tonight celebrates us as graduates, it also celebrates the people who stood beside us through every step of this journey because we would not be here without them. With that, I'd like to invite up Jessica to continue today's ceremony.
Thank you, Selena. As she mentioned, my name is Jessica Lombos, and I've had the privilege as serving as the event coordinator for today's ceremony. It's truly an honor to stand here and continue this special celebration as we recognize the hard work, dedication, and accomplishments of class of 2026. To our To our families, friends, instructors, and loved ones, thank you for the sacrifices, patience, and encouragement that helped us get to where we are today. Your support carried us through this journey, and we would not be standing here without you. Behind every student here are early mornings, missed events, long shifts, late night studyings, and countless sacrifices made by the people who believed in us. Some balanced school while raising children and supporting their families. Others stepped in during moments when we were exhausted, stressed out, or doubted ourselves. Through every challenge, your love, support, and belief in us helped carry us to this moment. And to that, this achievement belongs to you too. As we receive our pins, they represent more than academic achievement. They represent resilience, compassion, and perseverance. It's not just about earning a title, it's about stepping into a role that will change us, challenge us, and allow us to make a real difference in the lives of others every single day. While today marks the end of one chapter, it also marks the beginning of the nurses we're about to become. No matter where this profession takes us, I hope we continue to lead with compassion, confidence, and the same strength that brought us here today. Congratulations to the class of 2026. Welcome to the ceremony.
Hola y buenas tardes. Bienvenidos a la ceremonia de entrega de insignias del 2026. Me llamo Monse Cabello, soy una de las administradoras de nuestras redes sociales. Al estar aquí rodeada de todos mis compañeros y celebrando este momento tan especial para todos, me siento muy orgullosa de cada uno de ustedes por haber llegado hasta aquí y alcanzar este logro a pesar de todo. El camino hacia aquí no fue fácil. Estaba lleno de clínicas largas, planes de cuidado, simulaciones, noches largas de estudio y tareas, e incluso aprender cada efecto secundario de medicamentos. La lista es larga, pero llena de mucho esfuerzo y sacrificio. Al final lo hicimos cansados, con dudas, con miedo y sin saber qué será de mañana. Y aún así seguimos adelante sin perder vista de nuestras metas y pasión. También a nuestra facultad y maestros un gran agradecimiento por sus esfuerzos, por ayudarnos y guiarnos, y siempre motivarnos a seguir adelante. Gracias por sus lecturas, enseñanzas e impulsarnos a convertirnos en los profesionales que hoy somos. Y por último, gracias a nuestras familias, a nuestros padres, amigos y a cualquier persona que nos apoyó y estuvo durante nuestro lado durante este proceso. Gracias por sus palabras de ánimo, por levantarnos, por su paciencia y estar ahí en los momentos difíciles. Su amor y su apoyo fueron una parte fundamental de este camino. Este logro no es solo nuestro, sino también de todos ustedes que caminó junto a nosotros. Hoy celebramos no solo el final de una etapa, sino el comienzo de una nueva como futuros enfermeros dedicados al cuidado y bienestar de los demás. Muchas gracias por estar aquí y felicidades a la clase del 2026. Yay, Duro.
What's up, everyone? Oh, you guys aren't a dead crowd. I'm surprised. So, I'm going to speak a few words of wisdom. So, good afternoon, everyone. Thank you. Faculty, family, friends, and most importantly, our nursing graduates. Congratulations! You made it to pinning, which means you survived nursing school, clinicals, sim chart exams, validations, and probably at least one emotional breakdown in your car before clinical. As the Associated Nursing Student President, it is truly an honor to stand here and share a few words of wisdom. I will not pretend I have all the answers, because nursing school has humbled all of us at least once, or twice, or every week before an exam. But I do know this. Every person being pinned today has earned this moment. This pin we are about to receive may look small, but it carries so much meaning. It represents your hard work, your dedication, and all the times you said, I'm just gonna study for 1 hour, and somehow ended up playing one of Amy's Kahoots until you're number 1 on the leaderboard. It also represents the early mornings, the late nights, the missed plans, the overwhelming caffeine, the prayers, the tears, and the moments where you question if you were strong enough to keep going. And yet, here you are. Nursing school is seriously not for the weak. We learn how to assess lungs, give meds safely, prioritize care, and somehow function on caffeine, snacks, and pure anxiety. We also learned that select all that apply questions, oh my goodness, are a test of courage. And if that question says anything, I mean anything, about an airway problem, the answer is probably elevate the head of the bed at 45 degrees first. But beyond the exam skills, nursing school taught you something deeper. It taught you how to walk into a room and be someone's calm during chaos. It taught you how to listen when a patient is scared, how to advocate when something does not feel right, and how to care for people during some of their most vulnerable moments of their lives. There were days when you probably doubted yourself, days when you felt tired, overwhelmed, or wondered if you were really cut out for this. But every time you showed up anyway, you proved that you were. You became stronger, more compassionate, and more capable than you may even realize. As you enter the nursing profession, remember that you do not have to know everything. You just have to be safe, willing to learn, and brave enough to ask questions. A good nurse is not the nurse who never needs help. A good nurse is the one who knows when to say, let me double check that, and then does what's right for the patient. Also, please remember to take care of yourselves. Eat real meals when you can. Drink water that is just not iced coffee. And sleep whenever life allows. You cannot pour from an empty cup, especially if that cup is full of Celsius and Red Bulls. To the graduates, be proud of yourselves, not just for passing classes or completing clinical hours, but for the way you kept going when it was hard, for the kindness you gave to patients, for the way you supported each other, for the courage it took to become the nurse you are today. The world needs nurses who are not only skilled, but compassionate. Nurses who can critically think, speak, hold a hand, explain with patience, and bring comfort when words are not enough. And I truly believe everyone here who's graduating, who believed in you along the, sorry. And I truly believe that each of you will be that kind of nurse. I apologize. So, wear your pins with pride. Let it remind you of your strength, your growth, and your purpose. Let it remind you of every challenge you overcame, every patient who shaped you, and every person who believed in you along the way. They could be sitting next to you in the stands, watching the live stream, or somewhere else. Congratulations to all of you. Now go out there, save lives, chart everything, check the allergies. And for the love of nursing, do not forget your badge at home. May your scrubs always have enough pockets. May your patients always have good veins. And may you always remember that even on the hardest days, the care you give truly matters. Thank you, everyone. And thank you, everyone who supported me being the ANS president. It meant a lot to me. Thank you for making my lives easier. You guys are a great group of people. And now I'd like to introduce Amy.
That was hard to follow. A hard act to follow. All right, Words of Wisdom by ChatGPT. Just kidding, this is from the heart. So when I look at all of you here today with your family, significant others, friends, and support systems, I am filled with joy at what you have accomplished and the difference you are going to make in the lives of your patients and their families. Nursing can be stressful and overwhelming. I'm sure you've all seen the memes. I'm pretty sure I've posted most of them. Sorry about that. But you have chosen a career whose foundation is in helping others. Think about how rewarding that has been and will continue to be. This next year will have its challenges, but you have proven that you can most definitely rise to the occasion from your late night studying, endless practicing for skills validations, juggling work and family life. Raise your hand if you have children. Peace be with you. And mild, this has been brought up. You guys beat me to the punch. Mild caffeine and energy drink dependencies. You know who you are. Moderate for some. I won't name names. Ultimately, you have what it takes. I want you to be prepared to get the questions from family members and friends. Your responses might sound something like, "Dear God, what is that?" Or, "You should probably go to the hospital." Feel free to use my personal favorite, rub some dirt in it. But know now you are entering one of the most trusted professions. Does anybody know the top trusted profession? Take a guess. Anybody? Who beat us? Not teachers, unfortunately. It's firefighters. Yeah, but take a fire. But have you seen an 89-year-old patient, amazing patient with Alzheimer's, with a walker who's sundowning? Give me the fire, right? I will take the fire. So you're entering one of the most trusted professions, and people are going to be counting on the knowledge that you have worked so hard to gain. We as nurse educators, I can't speak for your support systems, but I'm sure that they also are proud of you. And we wish you all the best in your future endeavors. Our healthcare system, I know, is lucky to have you. Congratulations, guys.
Thank you, Amy. That was a wonderful speech. Oh my goodness. Okay, so we're gonna do the lineups. Everyone should have, the graduates should have received a number. So can we please line up accordingly, starting with Isabella Alvarado. So start the line over here. By Marilise, our lovely Marilise. Is this fine? Perfect. Oh, that was, I got that down. Yeah. Whoa, who's, huh? Uh, everything. So bring everything, your pins, I mean the numbers you can keep just as long as you know where you are. So just bring your pins, your pinner. Bring your pinner. Sorry, I apologize. Bring your pinner too. I'm sorry. Forgot. Uh, just stand on these? Okay, perfect. Okay, perfect. Oh, I hope so. We are graduating, right? We got a degree now, so. Is that good? Or okay. Here you go, Lisa.
Hold it?
Uh,
I don't have a stand. What kind of setup is this? I did not. I expected more production. I thought I was gonna have a stand. Oh Lord, being thrown off now.
Testing, testing. Hey guys, real quick, when you guys come down and you get pinned, you're obviously gonna get everything, get pinned, take your picture. If you guys can just exit out through this way, we don't want anyone double backing because obviously we don't want to congregate all throughout here. And also, can you guys keep backing up? It's still a little clustered over here. But yeah, when you guys are done taking your picture, just make sure you exit out through this way and then come back to your seat. Thank you guys.
Ready? Good. Okay. Hello. Hello, hello. I'm Lisa Stoltenberg, and I have the honor of announcing our nursing graduates today. We are going to be starting with Isabella Alvarado. Ana Angel Rivera. Jarrell Astudio. Sarah Ayala. Ana Marie Baena. Jennifer Beretta. Monse Cabello. Kathy Carrillo. Katie Licona, Colorado. Sarah de Guzman. Joelle DeMayo. Elizabeth Demkoski. Yanitzel Elizalde. Zoe Fowler. Jessica Fredericks. Stephanie Fremau. Liana Ginder. Diana Giaro. Rachel Hayes. Denisha Holland. Abigail Harmio. Irina Logush. Jessica Lambos. Jacqueline Martinez. Carly McDonald. Socorro Nunez. Tina Pluskva. Morena Del Valle Reyes. Kenzie Ritter. Enrique Rocha. Gabriela Rodriguez. Leslie Rodriguez. Jeanette Santos. Ivona Kishenyash. Audrey Smith. Donegan Snow. Sienna Stefan. Ignacia Villa Gomez. Myra Villanueva. Selena Vitaco. Katrina Zavala. We need Katie Lacona, Colorado, to report to the nurse's office. If you could please come back down to the front. Okay, that is all of our nursing graduates. We are going to welcome our director of the nursing program, Ms. Heather Escobar.
Hello. It's been that kind of week, really. Let's start over. Congratulations to our graduates. It's wonderful to see you here with our faculty, your family, and your friends. I mentioned that I have the privilege of speaking to students at the very beginning at our nursing orientation as our excited incoming student group is preparing to begin on this journey. And now I have the privilege of speaking to you again as you've finished this nursing program. In the beginning, I talk about rules and responsibility. I talk about compliance, and I try to give warnings about how arduous the journey is. I talk about things like how much time you should set aside outside of class to be successful in the program. And the very happy incoming class smiles at me and silently thinks to themselves that they are different and that they will not have to study that hard and it will not take that much time. I must be exaggerating. Did anybody think I might be exaggerating? A little bit. I say for every credit hour of course time, you should spend at least 3 hours per credit hour outside of class doing work to succeed in that class. And in other programs, I think it might be 1 to 2 hours. But in our program, I feel like it's pretty accurate. It takes 3, sometimes more. It depends on the week. But here we have these students who've given more than they realized they would have to, and probably more than they thought that they could. But you've achieved this dream. You've finished our program. You're ready to become professional registered nurses. In academia, we have fancy words. I will tell you that we have several goals for our students as they progress through this program. Our students and faculty will recognize them as end of program student learning outcomes. I'm going to paraphrase them now for efficiency. The first thing we expect of our graduates is to use clinical judgment. The second thing we expect of our graduates is to provide safe, quality care. The third thing we ask of our graduates is to collaborate. The fourth thing we ask is to use technology wisely. The fifth, please lead ethically. And the sixth, provide culturally competent care. This is a really oversimplified version of 2 years of their life to prepare them for a career serving our community. The graduates that are here with us today have demonstrated the achievement of these expectations in multiple ways. On exams, in discussion, in group projects, in their sim chart, in their clinical experiences. Our excellent faculty have worked tirelessly to guide our students to the successful completion of those program outcomes in the hopes that we've successfully prepared you for the profession of nursing. So I want y'all to take a few minutes to celebrate this achievement and rest briefly. Rest briefly before you turn your attention to caring for our community. You have chosen a career that will allow you access to people in their most vulnerable times. This career will place you directly in the path of people's very best and very worst days. All the while, you're navigating your own life challenges as you've had to do while you progressed through this program. You're going to see the best of people in the worst of times, and at times you're going to see the worst of people as well. It's an honor and a privilege to bring healing. It's an honor and a privilege to usher new life into this world. And it is an honor and a privilege to guide people toward eternal peace. This is the path that you have chosen to pursue, and we are so proud of you. With that privilege comes a lot of emotion. Professionally, we regulate our emotions and we provide quality care. This is what we're trained to do. When I was beginning my nursing career, the emotions of providing care in both the best and worst of times weren't talked about. We were expected to perform the skills and provide compassion without acknowledging the emotions that were evoked from the provision of that care and the participation in those great and sorrowful times. We didn't make room to feel. I'm proud to say that as a profession, we have learned, we have grown, and we see now the importance of caring for ourselves in order to allow us to care for those around us. Personally, I follow a poet named Young Pueblo. I don't know if anyone's heard of him before. And I would like to share one of my favorite quotes. When chaos is all around you, the wisest choice is to create a peace within you. I think this is a worthwhile task of the professional nurse. Before you leave our college and embark on this journey to provide care, I hope that you've learned one more thing outside of those end of program student learning outcomes. I hope that you've learned the value and importance of caring for yourself so you maintain the capacity to care for others. Jarrell and I didn't collaborate on our speeches, but he's absolutely right that we cannot pour from an empty cup, and compassion fatigue is very real. How will you walk away from our college and prioritize caring for yourself? How will you do it? I have two tiny pieces of advice. Professionally, I ask you to seek out a mentor in your new career path. Find someone that you can connect with that has the experience to help you through the stress of everything around you being new. When you start a new career or a new job in the same career, everything is new. Where is this? Where is that? Who do I ask? What is the policy? We've given you a foundation, but things are still going to feel new for a while. Find a mentor. I also suggest that professionally you seek out resources for continued learning and continued career development. Strengthening your learning as you grow in your career will strengthen your ability and capacity to provide better care. Personally, I want you to seek out resources for emotional support. Make time for yourself. Make time for your family. Remember what it is that you like to do. Sometimes in this program, especially as you're getting through towards the end, it's so busy, you almost forget what you like to do for yourself. So I ask you, as you're resting briefly, to think about what it is that you do for you and remember to actually do it. I have one more quote for you. This is an Instagram gem from Tiny Buddha. I should have made a slide. I cannot stress to you enough how important it is to do silly, frivolous things solely because they make you happy. Your new career will be filled with challenges and opportunities. Choose wisely and balance protecting your peace with advancing your career. Congratulations. We're going to welcome Ms. Donna Boyce to lead us in the Nightingale Pledge.
Thank you, Heather. So I'm going to ask all the nurses in the room to stand, please. I know. Woohoo! Congratulations. I love saying that. You do realize that you're our peers now in nursing. That's awesome. On the back of your program is the pledge, and we're going to read it together. I'll start us off. I solemnly pledge myself and God, faithfully, I will do all in my power to make and maintain the highest standards and practices of my profession. I will hold in all confidence all personal matters, committing to my practice of my calling. I will assist the physician in work and devote myself to the welfare of my patients, my friend, and my community. I will endeavor to fulfill my rights and privileges as a good citizen and take my share of responsibilities in promoting the health and wellness of the community. I will constantly endeavor to increase my knowledge and skills in nursing and to use them wisely. I will zealously seek to nurse those who are ill, wherever they may be and wherever they are in need. I will actively in assisting others in safeguarding and promoting the health and happiness of mankind. Congratulations again.
Okay. So I have the honor and privilege to wrap up the pinning ceremony here. I'm gonna do some superlatives. Can you grab those trophies that are under there? All right. So, so yeah, we got some trophies for you guys, and we got a certificate of achievement to the ones that your guys' cohort had decided who's most likely to be ... So, all right. So first one we're gonna start off with. This is the person that you kind of go to if you have literally no idea what to do in whatever matter. This one is the certificate of most likely to be charged, and this one goes out to Sarah Ayala. This next one, this is the person that you're just begging them to show some type of emotion. It's most likely to be most nonchalant. This one goes to Joel DeMaio.
It's the best one.
Nah.
You're gonna win that.
All right. Okay, so this one, you need to work on your time management. This one is most likely to make it to clinical/class with a minute to spare. This one goes to Enrique Roca.
I just want to make it clear that there was a tie between Enrique and Gabby. So I just rolled, like, I had a wheel generator and I just rolled the name 7 times. Whoever won the majority took it. So sorry, Gabby.
We love you too. All right, this one, this one is the person that honestly, I envy you. Your grades are probably goated, and I look over to you and you cry over an exam and pass, and I'm just like, but you got an A. So this one's most likely to cry over an exam than pass. This one goes to none other than the Jessica Lambos. All right. I don't even know how to phrase this in a funny way, but funny enough, he's right next to me. This one is most likely to make a difference. It goes out to Jarrell. This one goes out to the person that, honestly, I get anxious when you stand up because I think I do something wrong when this person leaves the classroom as soon as we're done with an exam. Um, I'm like, is there something I'm missing? Is it that easy? This is most likely to finish the exam first, and this goes out to Don Snow. True. All right. This one is the person that, I mean, I'm the same way. I honestly, I can't survive without caffeine. You're probably shaking in your boots right now because of the fact that you have so much caffeine run through your veins. This goes out to Kenzie Ritter. All right. This one goes out to the person that, if I have an emotional breakdown, I look towards you because you know how to have a comforting presence. This one goes out to Myra Villanueva. This person, you keep a cool, calm, collected presence. This one, you're probably in sim and you can sit there and everyone's probably envying the fact that you're not as anxious as them. This is the calmest under pressure. Goes out to Stephanie.
Fremo.
Thank you.
This is the last one. This one is the person, when they walk into a room, they forget why they walked in there. This one goes out to Sierra de Guzman. All right. Let me get this. Okay, so a couple closing statements. We are going to wrap up this pinning ceremony. We are finished here. We will now be going over to the reception area. You guys already have your tables, but also if you guys can kindly at 2 p.m., we're going to be wrapping everything up. So if everyone can just obviously get going by 2 p.m., please. So we are done here. Congrats to all of you guys. And on to new beginnings.